This is a new era of the Sisterish show. Okay?
This, like, I really like this. All right.
So we are tuning in from my bedroom.
That we are.
Welcome to where the magic happens all the time.
Not just one for each baby.
No.
You either get it or you don't.
We are live from my bedroom, but I love this vibe, and I feel like this is literally so much us.
Like we told you guys before, one of our goals going forward in our episodes and just in building this community is just to be a lot more raw and like authentic with our conversations, and so we're bringing you all over the place. And so here we are in the bed.
But I feel like don't sisters climb in bed with their sister? Like, we are big cuddlers.
Sleepover vibes.
When Joey like gets out of the bed in the morning, I instantly crawl in the bed. Mm-hmm. It's just how it goes. And she used to sleep in the middle of me and Sean when she was a little squished.
That I did.
But anyway, so this is definitely on brand for us.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like so many other sisters. So welcome to the bed. Have a
Come
seat.
sit with us.
We are going to be talking about sisterish shit this week.
So one thing that we realized in our time off is that we are just consumers of literally everything because we're just girls. And
I'm just
one
girl.
thing we really wanted to bring going forward is, instead of having a little segment in the beginning of our episodes talking about what things we've been loving, honestly, just doing one episode a month of like our current favorites. I don't know if any of you guys will like remember this, but when the YouTube like beauty guru era was a thing, I don't know how much of that you remember, but monthly favorites videos used to be a thing.
Okay.
And
are we bringing them back?
I think we should bring them back because honestly, those were some of my favorite videos to watch. I would have my like few OG YouTubers that every month they would come out with like a favorites of like beauty products. They would do like makeup, hair, fashion, random stuff, and it was like the best because I've always loved hearing what other people like.
It's almost like cathartic. Is that the right word I'm looking for? Like it's like relaxing.
Yeah.
It's like I love a good unboxing. I like hearing the noise.
Yeah.
I also love watching, and I don't even care, like makeup tutorials, hair tutorials. I could find myself on TikTok for over an hour. I'm like, where did the time just go? And she's like popping her pimple.
Yeah, no, literally. So I
agree.
think we want to bring favorites back because they used to be such a core part of like the lifestyle beauty world, and I feel like
why put sisterish shit in the beginning of every episode when we can just have a full-on episode of everything we're binging and loving and obsessing over, and then put all the links down below that you guys can go enjoy what we're loving as well. So that's what we're doing with this episode. We'll be doing this once a month, indefinitely, because we are consumer whores. I'm a makeup whore. I am a skin product whore. I'm a shoe whore. Well, I'm not really a shoe whore anymore. Definitely a skincare product whore. A hair product whore.
So dangerous.
It's bad.
So I think we
Vitamin whore.
I think we know what we need to open this up with.
I think it's the elephant in this Mormon room.
Correct.
Yes.
And so, that is the secret lives of Mormon wives.
OMG.
So let's give our thoughts because I didn't even know this was coming out, and when you mentioned it in like passing, and I literally had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, I told you in I am so relevant. I love
You're
myself.
So relevant.
No, it was at your house.
Yeah.
And I brought it up because it was coming out when I was gonna be with you, and I was like, I can't watch it without Sean.
Yeah.
You know Taylor Frankie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I know the whole controversy, but I didn't know they were doing a show of it. And at first I thought it was a documentary on them, like from the outside. And I was like, I don't really like I like documentaries, but sometimes it's such a different view and skew they can put on it from like a third party. So I didn't realize it was like reality TV with them.
Obsessed.
So I started it. Oh my gosh, like incredible. Literally incredible. And
it also checks all of our boxes, like religious trauma, check.
Yeah.
Family drama or girlfriend drama, which you don't have that, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's just like it's the perfect mixture of all the things that you and me would love to just sit and tea talk over.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm gonna tell you right now, which I think we kind of already said this yesterday. So my husband, who thinks of her as his little sister that's like 12, thinks that you And say her, and why am I not, how do I pronounce her name? Demi.
Yeah.
He literally,
biggest compliment.
while we were watching, she's gorgeous.
I love her.
She's my favorite person on
me
the whole
too.
thing. I love
too.
Taylor too, but
Yeah.
like Demi is just like, she shoots it straight.
I love her.
She's really funny. I love her. Anyway, if you're watching, we love you. But every time she would come on, her mannerisms. Sean's like, that is Athena. Oh my gosh, it's Athena again.
That
which
is
I
like
thought
the
was
best
so
compliment
funny.
because
Yeah.
I actually loved her.
And then let's talk about that like dumb bitch that like peaked in like
Whitney.
middle school, Whitney.
So
Were they villainizing her on this? Or is she really that much of a villain?
I don't think so. Because then I also saw this conspiracy. I don't know if anyone else saw this. I saw it on TikTok. Because for like 4 days, my TikTok was all Mormons.
Same.
And
It still is
someone
for
said,
me.
remember when they were at like the cabin and they were doing that game with like the questions on the Post-it cards? She wrote her own question. You little see you next Tuesday. Like the color of her Post-it card was like blue. And like that was the same card
Of course she
received.
did.
And I just feel like she is an intentional shit stirrer. And
it's screaming jealousy.
Yeah.
All over it. Wannabe. Also, come for me, people. Her husband is 100% bisexual, if not gay. The memes
about it.
He
go
literally
crazy.
like, I don't even know how she got pregnant. It's like the immaculate Mormon conception because I can't even picture them having
But when I hear them talk about can we talk about poor freaking Layla, who her husband, have you seen a photo of him? He is like whiter than your chair out there. And the poor girl is like literally 22 and has never
had an orgasm
finished in her life. And she has 2 kids and to show for
That is what's wrong with our world these days, which that is something we need to talk about this season, this go around of the sister shit, is women not feeling comfortable in their sexuality and realizing that it's not just for the man, and it's also not like us becoming actresses and we're going for Emmys. Like, don't fake the orgasm. Like, give me an orgasm, babe. If you're listening, babe. Like, what is that?
I don't understand. I think it's because
sex isn't just for babies.
I think it's just also they make it such a taboo subject. I will say, for everything I hated about Whitney, I think she tried to bring like that one conversation she had about the vibrator. I was like, all right, like,
but even that I don't even think was authentic because I don't think that she uses a vibrator. I think she wanted the paycheck because she seems like a vanilla kind of girl.
She does.
But who knows? Maybe what they do, they have like a throuple.
A sex swing?
There's a throuple going on. She probably started the scandal. Like, it's giving that.
Yeah. Well, I really strongly just dislike her. And honestly, like, I get, like some people might say like, oh, maybe, if that many people, the thing is, if that many people don't like you and you're in like a group like that and there's normal people in the group, like, you're the problem.
Yeah, the fact that the whole group had that consensus.
And it's not like they're all freaks. Like, if they were all freaks, I'd be like, all right, like, maybe she's like.
You mean not like the cancel campaign of Young Living people against me? Yeah. Correct. Keep that in, by the way.
Correct. But
like,
I'm saying like it's a normal group of like pretty normal women in the sense of like, some of them have careers, some of them don't. Some of them, are super Mormon, some of them aren't. It's not like it's one type of, super Mormon group ostracizing her. It was literally like a pretty widespread group in my opinion of like.
I just feel like it was so funny because some of them, I don't remember her name because no offense, she's definitely the B character. The one that has like the skin autoimmune issues. She's really young too. What's her name? I can't think of her name.
Mackenzie?
I think so.
Not the super blonde one, but the one that was like blonde. She's
the one that has autoimmune issues. That like her skin was having issues in the beginning.
I think it was Michaela. Mackenzie.
Whatever.
I don't freaking know.
Well, that one, when she does her videos, which she's great on, like on TikTok and everything, because of course I went on like a binging of looking at all of them, but it's like she's so not a bad girl, but she'll do like the audios that say the F word, and I like it's so cute. It's like a little cute thing. Like it's just not. Yeah. Whereas like if Demi drops an F bomb, I'm like, oh, that matches.
Yeah,
but like when like one of these Mormon little 22-year-olds do it, I'm like, that was cute, but
just there was so many things that I just learned about the Utah culture and Mormon culture.
Let's also talk about the fact, like, because I'm here for this. Like, we might be talking shit, which whatever, that's what you do with your sister in her bed. But good for them being the breadwinners and like really like bringing awareness to my favorite part about it, which this is totally like against like the conservative thing right now, but maybe because I'm in their shoes, is they were normalizing, like they're like, we're the breadwinners. Yeah. And I was like,
yeah.
Cool.
Well, can we talk for a minute about how Jen gives her husband money? First of all,
for gambling?
She's paying for his med school.
But his parents are loaded, bro. You saw that?
Yes. She's paying for his med school at 24 years old. And then she's giving him extra money on the side to gamble.
And then he's gaslighting her like a narcissist. He's my least favorite character.
He's my least. I agree.
Even above Mr. Bisexual throuple.
Yeah.
With Whitney.
Yeah. I 100%. He was
not one of the men I thought was like Mormon husbands. Sorry, not sorry. Not one of them. And I know they're like, you're not there yet. And they're more my age. I feel like the older ones, but like I wouldn't tap any of them.
I feel like
all of them are not. I was
just getting major ick from like not
the
like
men.
their personalities. Yeah.
Even when they were in the hot tub and like the cute one that does hair. Jesse's man. Like
that was so weird.
Oh my gosh, I was cringing for that. It's so stupid. I don't know. I love the women on it, but I do not. Whitney, I don't like you at all. I feel like I knew a Whitney in my lifetime and we are no longer friends.
Like an actual Whitney?
No.
A type of Whitney.
Like we've all had a Whitney in our life.
Why are they like the same?
The whole time it was triggering for me.
Yeah. Well, if you have a Whitney in your life, drop her.
Whenever there's a friend that is low-key jealous of you, like you could see Taylor had this success. She was all like, I did that one video and they like canceled me for it. And then Taylor goes
dancing over her baby.
Yeah. Well, you know how we feel about monetizing your children on here.
Or maybe they don't and we should do a whole episode on it.
I think if you want an episode on how I feel about that and I'm an influencer and have my children on my social media, the tea will come for you.
All right, I think we should do that.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's a topic we need to put in our notes. Anyway, I loved it. I think it's amazing. They're all going to be multimillionaires from this, the spinoff. And I love the entrepreneurial aspect of it. I feel like I learned a lot. I love the tea, the drama, and I'm here for it. I will say Taylor's man, narcissist. I don't like that whole situation.
No, and they're still together.
I know. I
went
checked
looking. Her Instagram right away to see if they were still together, and they are.
They're toxic. They are toxic. If you were to Google toxic, and you know I don't have a perfect marriage, they are toxic.
They are. I 100%
and then one more
agree.
thing, Blondie that has the baby mama. What's her name? Macy.
Yeah.
Her husband doesn't want to have sex with her. She said he never initiates it on one of the episodes, and Sean like spit his drink out. What is wrong with this?
I'm trying to remember this.
She literally was saying when they were all like sitting on the couch or something, she's like, I don't know, he just never.
I
want to feel like he wants me, and it's like I always
remember.
have to be the one that initiates it. And Sean like spit his like milk out.
That is like insane to me.
I want to be chased. It's like an inherent thing about a woman. I think like I want like we've talked about, you need to be more into me than I'm into you. And if I had to initiate, I mean, it's one thing like, yeah, I want you, babe, but like, no.
I mean, I couldn't imagine like being in a relationship and feeling like unwanted.
On 90 Day Fiance, because you know that's my other guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
It seems like a common theme, and I guess we'll have to circle back in about a decade on this podcast, and we'll be in another bed somewhere, maybe on the balcony, I don't know, floating in the Mediterranean, but supposedly women get hornier as they get older and men lose it because less tests, which Sean's been the same the whole time. And on 90 Day Fiance, the common theme is these women are like horny little brats, and the men are like,
no.
So we'll circle back and I'll let you know. But I'm big into HRT, hormone replacement therapy, so I'll never be that person.
No, because that is honestly like terrifying.
Or I'll allow my husband to be that way. I don't know. I want to be sought after until I'm 100.
You should be.
You know that STDs when I went to nursing school are the highest in nursing homes? Let's just drop that little
people be horny.
Let's just drop that little nugget here. Like Yaya's age group has the highest rate of STDs.
No.
If you didn't know, now you know, and you're welcome.
Well, that actually segues really nicely into my next show.
Okay.
Which I know I know you haven't watched this, but so the Golden Bachelorette.
No, but I see that it's trending right now.
So I'm not like a huge Bachelor franchise person. I've seen a few seasons.
That's why the commercial about the WAP.
So I'm not a big like I've seen some of the more popular seasons, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I need to watch everything. But the Golden, this is the first Golden Bachelorette, so it's the woman with like 25 men.
Okay.
And the first episode just came out. I literally cried like 5 times.
No.
Because it's all people whose like spouses have died or like divorced or whatever.
I'm gonna watch it.
And I literally cried multiple times. It's all people like, I don't know if it's 55 or above. I think so. And it is just the most precious thing ever.
Oh, I want to watch.
No, you have to watch it. It's so cute. And it's, you know, these people are like older. So it's not like drama of the normal seasons, which sometimes it's nice to watch like a wholesome show.
Yeah.
But, I brought it up to you because they did a commercial about how like, in between the show, the commercials were about
STDs.
No, it was about how like when you get older, you can't get hard anymore. So it's like erection pills and like dry vaginal dryness pills. And I was like, oh my gosh, like they're putting these commercials on the show for like people that age. I don't know why that even came up because we were talking about dry old sex, but it is so wholesome and precious. You have to watch it.
I will be watching it tonight. Don't you worry.
It's so good. And in the first episode, this isn't like a spoiler, but they had like their kids call in and like talk to them. And it was just, it makes me happy because I think what they're trying to do is like break the stereotype of like once, you know, if you do want to find love again, like you can. And a lot of them on the show were talking about how, one, like their family, their kids are so important to them. And two, that like if you are interested in finding a spouse or remarrying, like it's not weird and it shouldn't be like, you know.
Yeah, I think it goes along with how we feel about people acting like your life is over when you hit a certain age. And so I love that.
Yeah. And it's really cool to see just like all these different people's, you know, experiences, like their spouse has died and they're like, all right, it's been like 8 years. Like, I'm ready. Like, you know, they would have wanted me to marry, whatever. So it's just very cute. And I literally cried multiple times because
is it the kind of thing we can't binge all at once? It's a new episode every week.
Every week. Like
it's
live.
Yeah.
So it's so good.
Because the Mormons, I was like, they would have had us on our tippy toes if they
oh my gosh.
Because I just binged the whole thing in like 2 days.
I finished it. Yeah.
Same. All right. And I don't like how they left it. I went back to Mormons. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'll be watching that.
Yes.
Now, I've been watching Tell Me Lies.
Yes, me too.
And don't watch it with your kids around.
No.
But it's giving for me, which it is the timeline of when I was in like high school and like would have been in the college. I never stayed at a dorm or anything. I did it local. But the way she dresses and the whole thing, it's flashbacking. So any millennials, watch it with your husband.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh. I went through the first season. I'm into the second season, and like now I'm waiting for the next episodes
every
to drop.
Wednesday. Yeah.
So Tell Me Lies.
So good.
Bingeable.
So what's actually crazy is that so it's like also on TikTok. If you know you're on TikTok, like you see the shows you're watching, people talking about them, and it's crazy because a lot of these girls are going on saying like, I don't understand. He's not even attractive. Like
he's not.
But the way that some of these girls are explaining it is like, I guess there's a type of guy that's like not conventionally super attractive, but he's so toxic that like you're attracted to it because it's like hot.
And the sex is good, as you saw.
Yes. Yeah. And like he's super manipulative, but like he has you wrapped around his finger, but he's not hot. Like no one would look twice at him. I'm trying to like think about
someone in real life.
Yeah. Or just like in general, like being in that type of situation. But I feel like the show does such a good job at like capturing it accurately. Like, do you remember the scene? You're up to date? Yeah. Do you remember the scene where he was like grabbing her closer and then like that? I wanted to literally jump through the screen and be like, run from him. Yeah. Like he's literally manipulating you.
And then he just left her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
But then the way that they're going back and forth, which we don't want to spoil it if you're not up to date.
Yeah.
But the way that they're going back and forth and like the plot twist that happened with the friends.
The first episode of the second season, it was insane.
It's the perfect mix of sex, drama, narcissism, and crime.
Yeah.
And like in a mystery. Shake it up and it's like you're back in 2006. Like totally good. So go watch it. Tell Me Lies. Okay, what's your next one?
So my next one is, well, it's funny because you actually brought this up before, but so let me give you guys a story because no, it's nothing bad. Oh. But I am on my journey of doing my nails at home. Yeah. And I want to like give a little backstory. So I
I was a nail tech.
I know.
But I never did nails like that.
My issue is, okay, look, I'm an artist, right? I do hair. I like working on big canvases. And for me, like doing nails is very precise. My issue is that every time I leave the nail salon, like I always want, like I go home and like fix things.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm
even the one you liked.
Yeah, like there was just little things like they wouldn't paint like the edge, or like just little stuff like that where I'd be like, oh my gosh, like the shape isn't whatever. So that mixed with I was like, you know what, like I kind of just. The other issue is that my nails grow so fast that
We're literally just so healthy. We can't help it.
Yeah. I have like my hair's a flowing, my skin, my nails, but my nails grow so fast that like in order for me not to look like a gremlin, I would have to get them filled like every like 12 days, like literally. Like I did them like a week ago and like they almost look like grown out. And so I was like, you know what? Back in like March, I was like, I'm going to try doing them at home, make it like a soft girl thing, put a movie on, like drink a poppy.
She's romanticizing this.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to really romanticize it, make it this like fun soft girl activity. Wanted to literally noose myself. I was like, I actually, my first appointment back after I tried doing them at home, the nail tech literally looked at me and was like, who did these?
That's funny.
And I was like, oh, I'm new here. I was I don't even think she spoke English, so I don't know what I was like trying to communicate with her, and I was like, I'm new here. Like,
was this a salon that the girl had a seizure?
No, this was another
that also
salon.
happened.
Yes. Ever since then, I've never been back.
Okay.
So then I've been going for a few months, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try again because I do want to get good at it, and I just really I don't know I wanted to just like teach myself and have another skill that I can do. So I did it, and not that you guys can see on the camera, but if you follow my hair page, you would have seen it. But so I do one, because these are my real nails. So I do one layer of like a rubber gel or a hard gel. I cure it, and then I just do gel on top. And it's honestly like, it takes time, but I put on my show. I didn't rush. I sat there, I filed them, and like, it was kind of relaxing, and I felt really accomplished.
Really?
Yeah. So not to say that I'll never get my nails done in a salon again, but like I'm trying to just make it like a little thing that I do for myself.
I love it.
So this is your sign that if there's something at home that, you know, you're like, let me try to do it. You know, you can.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it.
I don't know.
Empowerment in every area of your life.
Whatever it is. Don't do your color at home though, your hair. No. But besides that.
No box dye from my sister that does hair.
Don't try to bleach your hair at home or sew extensions in.
Love. So one of the things that I want to just talk about, and I have notes here because I'll totally botch this, but you guys know that we are obsessed with the Collagen Project in Miami Beach. Love our girl Lauren over there. I get my lips injected in the same building, but not by Lauren. And I had something called the Morpheus 8 done and had my third treatment. And basically, it uses RF energy to stimulate collagen production and heat to penetrate the deeper layers of the skin. The needles, they puncture your skin surface. It's painful AF. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I will always keep it real. But my husband, which, let's be honest, if I really wanted Botox, I would get it. He has just seen so many botched Botox people out there that,
especially here,
I have respect for him as far as like, I mean, if it was really something that he like was against, like I wouldn't do it. But I have not had Botox. I'm going to be 37 in like a month or two. And even Lauren was shocked when I told her that. Yeah. But that just goes to show you that you don't need to get it. Anyway, I'm not saying that I wouldn't get it in the future. I'm not throwing shade at people who get it. But I was excited about this because it was less invasive. It wasn't a neurotoxin. I want my face, if you're watching me, to move. That's another reason why Sean, like, our faces are pretty epic. And if it stopped moving, I don't know that I would like that. So anyway, I had 3 sessions done. The pain, they numb your face, but it's fucking painful. Yeah. So I'm not going to lie to you guys about it. In fact, this is your warning now, Athena, since you're going to edit this for me, here's where I want to do it, is I want to do like a before and after that we can put on for a reel. So I'm just telling you now, Athena, as you listen. So I'll show you guys the before and afters. You don't even realize how shitty your skin looks until you see the after. Yeah. I've always had a great jawline. Thank you, Yaya and Dad. Like, that hasn't been my issue. But the skin texture, the wrinkles around my eyes, which I don't even think Botox can help you that much there. I don't think. I could be wrong. Yeah. Fine lines and wrinkles, pores, hyperpigmentation, skin laxicity, uneven skin texture, unwanted fat deposits. That's when I want to really talk to you guys in a second. Acne scars. Just amazing. It uses heat, energy, all the things. It's a pretty quick process. I feel like it's not like an outpatient or any of that shit, but it also melts fat. So I hate my neck, and we talked about this. Within one session of the Morpheus 8 with Lauren, my neck, it was gone, the thing I didn't like. And basically, like, a neck is like, if you look at like your hands, like it wrinkles your knees, like whatever. But because I am on social media and I make videos all the time, kept seeing my neck, and I'm like, I fucking hate my neck. Out of all the things, not my lips, not my ass. Well, that too needs work, but you get what I'm saying. The neck.
This one.
So 1, 2, 3, my jawline, my neck has never looked better.
Yeah.
I want to go back, and I want to shout Lauren out again and again and again. You guys have to check her out. She does an amazing job. Around my C-section scar.
Yeah.
There is a pocket of fat where like your scar tissue is, because I was cut open 3 times. Hello, made humans. And it will melt the fat in that area. And so I feel like that will be my next thing that I want to do. But yeah, no, I am obsessed, and I highly recommend. You don't have to be like 36 to get it done, like Athena could, but I don't think she needs it. But I know people that have like super round or no jawline faces that she literally snatches your jawline. And this is going to sound very scary, but I don't think it's actually that painful. Picture me taking a staple gun. No, this is literally what it doesn't feel like there's a staple gun going into your neck, but imagine taking the fabric of your skin and pinning it back to your neck.
Yeah.
That's what it does. Highly recommend.
No, you look great. And honestly, you guys, we've gone together for all of our sessions, and
I mean, you see me all up and close and personal, and I do not look 30 fucking 7. Like, and thank you, Lauren, for that.
Yes. And
I highly recommend it.
She's amazing. The space is amazing. I've gotten 3 chemical peels done just because for me, my issues were texture and
pores, you were saying. Pores. And your pores are like not there anymore. Yeah. They're gone.
And I've gotten 3 done we've gone every like 6 to 8 weeks, I would say. And my skin hated me when I first moved, like genuinely I didn't recognize myself. But you were literally
like in your glow era.
Yeah. And it's been so amazing. I mean, the education and just the explaining, because I feel like we're both very like we love knowing like why and the science behind it, because it's so cool, has been amazing. And it's a great area. And
Morpheus 8, I will say, if you have like a wedding or something, like you do look kind of whack for like a week, a solid week, and sometimes you purge a little bit, so don't do it like around something that's important. But like the sweet spot, I'd say, is about 3 weeks after you, like, that's me right now. I have a few pimples that's still purging, but my skin is like beautiful. So thank you, Lauren. We'll be back, boo.
Okay, so my next thing that I've been obsessed with recently has been dinner bowls. So
wait, you have to why are we I have something like that on mine, but anyway, go on.
So I can't. So I've been really on top, which I actually would love to do an episode on this, like how I like structure our like weekly meal plans. Like
I would love that.
I've been doing a lot of like planning our recipes out for the week, and like how we try to like stretch our ingredients and stuff to like maximize just efficiency and time
and this economy, also like
and
money
not wasting
and organic
food. Right. So I kind of found like the sweet spot for that. But when I've been planning recipes, we've been doing a lot of bowls recently, and I feel like it is the easiest way to like have a meal that you can really like fill up on and like choose your ingredients, because I'm like a very flavorful girl. Like I like having
spicy.
I like having a lot of different, like I don't like biting into something and it's just like the same thing over and over. I'm a freak. Like even when I eat like steak, I need like a sauce or something. I don't know. So I've been doing a lot of bowls recently. So we've been doing like steak bowls, like Mexican steak bowls. We've done like a salmon poke bowl. We did like a crispy rice, like Asian.
I need that recipe. Was that what you ate for breakfast when I came?
No, that was another thing. That was what was that? We made fried rice. But I've just been loving bowls, and there's this one specific TikTok page that I will leave in the description. She just like does recipes, and like they're so
well. I need to follow her because I'm trying to help my RGR girls, and like I'm so plain with my recipes because like I don't care about that. I think
we should do an episode talking about like maximizing like food. Let's because I've really been like trying to hone in on it and nail it down because it's hard, and especially like, you know, you don't want to waste stuff, but then you also want to be like eating meals. You don't want to be like left with no food one day. So it's hard to like nail it down, but I've been really just making a lot of bowls and like having 1 or 2 proteins that I'll cook in different ways, and then have like rice or a potato or something with like veggies, and just making it, you know, enjoyable for yourself.
I love that.
Because I know it can be overwhelming sometimes, but bowls recently have been like my thing. So that's what I've been.
Well, I really had a meatball on mine, so I'm not going to talk about that. So let's move on. So how many more do you have?
I have 2, but I can make it 1.
I
like
have 2
my
too.
last one was like, meh.
Okay. So this is not some like sister shit that I've conquered yet, but I want to put it out there because I feel like it's so important. Just like when I said my book I'm going to write out there is, I don't know about you, but like, and did they make you in your Christian school? Did you have like, not physicals, but like they used to make us compete against each other?
Yeah,
we had to do that. What's that called?
I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We had to do, I think, a mile and like push-ups and sit-ups.
And pull-ups.
We didn't do pull-ups.
They made us do pull-ups because I was like,
the world has gone soft.
Yeah, well, we knew that. But so I have never been able to do a damn pull-up. And it freaking bothers me. And I always made excuses. Like I'm talking middle school, high school. I was an athlete. I played every freaking sport. I couldn't do a freaking pull-up. Like when I weighed like 120 pounds, I couldn't do it. So I am determined, and it's not even on the roster for like the next 90 days, even though I'm feeling myself getting stronger and I'm like, wait a minute, is this happening? But I don't want to. But in 2025, I want to do like 10 unassisted badass bitch pull-ups. Yeah. Like where I get on that motherfucker.
That's hot.
And I'm going to be like, you guys will see this. And I will be like, when this happens, I'm going to have Joey come in with his camera. And it's going to be like lightning going off.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some bad bitch song playing. And I'm going to hop on the bar. And I'm just going to.
Sexy.
Okay. That is my goal. We are not there. But my sister's shit is that I have been doing banded pull-ups. I've already gone from the heaviest one now to a lighter one.
Yeah.
It feels really good. I feel strong. And that's my sister's shit.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been able to do pull-ups, like let us know. I'm curious because then the other thing, a lot of people were in my DMs. It's like 3% of people can do them or some shit like that.
Really? Yeah. I mean, yeah, that
like
lines
look
up.
that up, bro. It's interesting. And when I hear that, I'm like, well, then I need to do it.
Yeah.
So that's my personality. And I want to just inspire you that pushing 40, which I'm not 40, but anyway, you can be your strongest self. And so, I'm going to. And then when I can do them, I will make sure I never lose that.
Yeah.
Like this girl's going to be doing them till she's like 70 getting STDs from my husband. Like hopefully not from my husband.
These
but
statistics go crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that only 2 or 3%.
I don't know. Don't quote me. Look it up. It's like it might be 1 or 3. It's like a very small percentage of men and women can do them.
I need to. So when I was
I know you could do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know for sure that I could do one right now.
I saw you do one though in my garage gym.
Yeah, I've done that.
So she has done it.
Yeah.
But is it the kind of thing you have to do in all of your workouts to make sure you don't lose it?
I mean, I wouldn't say like every single workout that you need to do it, but I would say like somewhat consistently.
The way that Sean can do a fucking pull-up.
Yeah.
1 is so hot, like take your pants off, but 2 is really fucking annoying. like I'm filming myself because I'm very vulnerable and I don't care about that, and so I'm showing everyone like my cellulite ass as I'm pulling it up or whatever, and I look like a retard, like a fish out of water.
If you do them consistently,
but like Sean is just like he's the guy that can.
I know it's not,
and it's so frustrating.
I know, but you'll get it. It really.
I'm gonna pull up just like that.
You are.
I know.
It's one of those things, like when I think of a pull-up, it's like an actual like primal exercise that you would do. You're like on the run from like a predator, right? Like I'm gonna just like pull myself up and like get out of trouble. Like that's what when I think of a pull-up, I'm like, that's actually something you would use, you know, to like escape, or like
climb a building and pull myself up on the ladder,
exactly,
into the window away from him.
You got it.
I'm doing it.
I think that's a really it will
such
be
a great goal to have. Shit of 2025 will be me reaction videoing my pull-up.
Okay,
I pull up, that just keeps coming up in my head. All right, go.
No, you're gonna get it.
I know.
So my next sister-ish shit is, as a hairstylist, I have been loving all of the warmth and going a little dimensional for fall and all that. I feel like I love a good blondie, but like
you're gonna hurt my feelings.
No, no, come on. I'm looking at you because I'm saying your root growing in.
She does do my
is
hair.
Making me so happy. Like not seeing you foiled to the scalp, it makes my heart joyous.
I feel like a lot of millennials, me being one, don't realize like 2 year scalp is not the look. And it's aging you, babe. Can you please tell them as a hairstylist?
I agree. I think that
you need a root. You need a root.
You need a root. Like there's like such a small percentage of people that I would be like, oh, like you're good without one. Like I think the vast majority of women, like you just would love a soft root grow. This is the first
money piece, like you always do, right by the face.
Oh yeah. This is the first time, you guys, I've seen Jackie with like highlights that like where you weren't like you're
hair
getting them
agency, done. My jam. Plug them
as often, but I just love like fall hair and just like going like embracing your root and embracing your color. Like I think is so important, and
it's hot.
Yeah. It's hot, and just
you literally like she colored my hair over 4 months ago, and I just told her. I literally just told her in my bathroom right there that you can see the door. I was like, I would be good if you didn't color my hair for like another year. That's how fresh. You need to go check out the hair agency.
I can't wait to see.
If you were in South Florida, go to this salon. I'm not kidding.
I can't wait to see your hair in like a year after we put your extensions in, like the growth.
So what was your sister shit just talking about, like the root?
My sister shit was going like embracing your kind of like natural color, and I've had a lot of clients recently kind of like going back more to like the natural side, and it just makes me happy because I think that God knew what he was doing, and I think that
so true.
Embracing what you have in every aspect is so important most of the time. Like obviously if you have a schnoz and you hate it and you want to go like reduce it a little bit, like it's fine, hop on the plane. But
wait, I have to cut you off. It's happening right here, right now. What about freaking Jessie and her vagina clit surgery and her like wait, we have to go back to that right now.
All right, guys, so Jackie just brought up a very,
and I don't care, keep it right here in the conversation.
Jackie just brought up
Jackie.
How much time have we been recording for? 39. All right, so
that's not bad. No. I have one more thing, and it's actually perfect for after.
Okay, so I'm done with mine. So we'll close with the labiaplasty.
Or no,
I mean labiaplasty. Then you go. Okay, so rewind because Jackie,
keep that in there. Like
Jackie
for like
brought up a very
labiaplasty
critical part of Mormons. What is wrong with us that we forgot?
First of all, we need to talk about the fact I am going to vagina shame right now. I never knew. This is inappropriate. I have kids that could listen to this, and I don't give a shit. This is my podcast.
That it is.
I thought all vaginas were the same. I really did. Okay, just don't throw shade. I thought for the longest time, not now as a grown woman, but like when I was like 19, 20, like I just assumed everyone had a cute little thing like me. Okay, the fact, which it makes sense, God makes everyone different.
So you thought all penises could be different, but like vaginas were like just carbon copied.
What is wrong with
Like we could have different tits facing that way, different asses, but like all our vaginas look the same. Mm-hmm. That is.
And I thought that you only had an ugly vagina with like the sausage meat, the like roast beef hanging down if you were a whore. But there's people that are just born with outy vaginas.
I'm just looking.
And I think Jessie or Jess or whatever the frick her name is, she was blaming it on her kids, but like she probably also started with one of those like penis vaginas. That's what we're gonna call it. They wear the leggings and it looks like they have a penis.
I don't
call it lippy, call it whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's an outie vagina.
Yeah.
It's on the outside.
She got it.
And not to be inappropriate, but ours are all cute and tucked in.
She got it
must
off.
be a sister thing.
I mean,
but
it has to
cut
be
it
genetic.
off.
Yeah. I mean, I'd cut it off. I would get that surgery.
I would get that surgery.
If that happened to me.
But she's blaming it on the kids.
I mean, I don't know.
I had kids. It's not the kids, babe. You have an outie vagina, but now you don't.
But she said before it wasn't like as bad.
She's 30 years old and her vagina's falling out already? No, it's not her uterus
maybe
coming out.
Maybe she had really big babies. Kids? I don't know. I don't know. We need to do a poll and ask some women that I know some badasses that have like 7 kids and home birth, and I bet you it's an innie or an outie. It's not. When you get older, there is the chance of your uterus falling out, which is petrifying. Can we talk about one thing?
Yeah.
My biggest fear in giving birth is my vagina tearing open to my asshole.
And like, it happens.
I literally, you're going to say I'm being dramatic. Like that is my biggest fear in life.
It's your vagina. I understand.
I don't like the thought of it being sewn shut. Like literally like just take me out.
Well, like I didn't
take
tear
like one trooper down.
But if you do a water birth, you're in water. That your vagina will not tear in water.
I don't know how it came up. I don't know what I was watching, but it came up.
You know, tore top to back, side, left and right with our dad's head.
I don't want to think about it because
I didn't tear. You're gonna be fine. I didn't tear.
I know, but you would see sections, and then Yanni was like small.
He was
like imagine Mark.
That's why he was a C-section.
That's why you didn't get a labiaplasty.
He had daddy's head. Oh yeah, because we have big heads. Like me and you have, but your mom didn't tear. Did she tear?
I don't know. I have to ask her.
Like I think I would have known if she like tore. So maybe it was like one.
But
little stitch.
I don't know what I was on TikTok that like it sparked, and then I went down this whole rabbit hole. I watched it. Like I went on YouTube and watched.
It's not a good idea.
Like what does it look like when you're? And then there's another. Oh,
my vagina just twinkled.
Talk about birth trauma. There was another thing I saw where like if you go to like a shitty doctor, they'll literally cut you while you're giving birth to like make room for the baby's head so that you don't tear.
No.
But they'll do it without asking your permission.
Yeah.
So I saw this one girl on TikTok that was recording her birth and
he cut her.
My
vagina is tingling right now. Let's just stop right now.
I'm like,
and
I
it's not in a good
sew
way.
It shut.
Wait, can they make it tighter for you?
Yes. They can sew it like closer because then we're going down so many rabbit holes. I was in like a YouTube comment section
what you do on the Sister Show. Let's
and
go.
This one lady was like, they were making a joke about how like women who've like had their doctor like sew them up, like if you know like you can tell like the doctor who's stitching you, I guess, like stitch it like a little extra so it's like tighter. But I don't know, the whole thing just like gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. I will say Yanni had the tiniest little head, and one of the things that my doctor did, because if I could have go back, I would have a home birth, and it would be in water.
Yeah.
And think of when your body goes in water.
No, I know.
That's how you're soft.
Not. Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's having a home birth.
It's an irrational fear.
I'm manifesting that right now.
It's an irrational fear.
No, it's a rational fear.
It is
it's
rational.
valid.
No, it's valid.
But
to have a wide gaping hole.
Absolutely not.
Like the aria. Like, oh my gosh, stop. No, I'm actually going to vomit if I think about it too much.
When he did it, though, when I was pushing, this sounds sexual, but it wasn't.
He like fingered like the crevice.
He had when you have kids, you have no more shame. It's fine. I would go naked right now here and I wouldn't even feel like, I'd be like, yeah, here's where I had surgery.
Yeah.
This is literally, everybody watching at home, Vaseline or something. And as I would push, his hand didn't have nails on it. And he would go like this.
With his wedding band on?
He also had an affair with his patient, by the way. So I won't.
I'm glad it wasn't you.
I won't name names, but that's another. We need
How many OBGYNs do you think are like actually pedophiles or like freaks?
I think a male OBGYN.
Men.
Yeah. Let's do can you put that in your notes right now? We're going to talk about my birth and then my birth story with Mark and the trauma, because he was having an affair and gave me a C-section, yes, my son had a big head and probably I would have tore, but I was like 10 centimeters and he did an emergency C-section because he was late for his mistress date. That is the tea, and we will drop that on our show. Don't you worry, come back. But anyway, as I was pushing, he was massaging with lube my hole. Because have you seen how big our hole gets?
I've watched birth many times.
It's so beautiful, though. All right. Got it. The labia surgery. That was great. I'm glad I brought that up. My final thing.
I can't believe we forgot that.
You were talking about hair. Is I've been taking Nutrafol vitamins for 6 months. And I am very open and transparent with you guys on my social media, wherever I am. Like, I'm the worst, honestly. Like, if I ever got a boob job, which I would never because I can't. I don't want to deal with the sickness that comes with that. But I totally wanted it in the past until I looked into it deeper. But I would be the girl that's like, they'll be like, wow, you look great. And I'd be like, thanks, they're fake. Like, when I'm out in public, like, I have extensions and I'm not hiding that from anyone. I don't give a shit, okay? And I'm just as blessed enough to have a sister that, like, I could say tomorrow I want pink hair, red hair, blue hair, brown hair, whatever, and we would just make it happen.
We would.
But I have been taking, and you can talk on my accord for this, I have extensions in my hair, but I've been taking these vitamins for 6 months. The amount of new growth hair that I don't have a link. They are not sponsoring me. I spend about $90 a month on these vitamins. They're not just good for, like, I was looking at the ingredients the other day because obviously, you know, I'm an ingredient whore and I care about all that kind of stuff and like supplement whore. But there's other things in there for inflammation and other things that are good for us. Ashwagandha's in there and all this other stuff. But biotin, all the normal things that you think. My hair does not shed. Like nothing. And tell them about my duck hairs.
So as the one that is doing your extensions, I want to literally kill myself because she has so much
new growth. So she's trying to like sew it in, and like all this new hair is here, and she's like
spiking out at me.
Yeah,
it's like literally an entirely new. I don't even know where it's growing from, but an entirely new head of hair is growing from her. And when did you start taking them?
Like 6 months ago.
Okay, yeah. I think it was right before I started doing you.
Yeah.
Then you had started. Yeah.
Because insane. I will say, hormone wise, like I've had hypothyroidism, COVID twice. I was fucking balding. Stress, like if you were there, like I want to tell you that you need to go on these vitamins.
Yeah.
And I don't have a link, but Nutrafol fucking vitamins are worth the hype. I am growing a full new head of hair.
That she is.
In my late 30s, and stay tuned. So that's what I wanted to close with.
Literally recommend it to people. I mean, you're not the only one that's from you, and I've had a few other of my clients talk about it. And they've said, like, it's changed their life. The new growth that you have, and even just, like, growing in spots that like you've never grown before.
I think even I'm gonna have thick hair in like a year or two.
Like on your sides, like when you pull your hair back, a lot of people feel like they're very sparse around their hairline,
especially as you're getting older.
They have like a missing front section, and I've seen people's hairlines literally become like solid from how dense the hair grows back in. So it's insane.
It's a one-stop shop because I know, like, obviously you guys know I like many different brands of vitamins and supplements and shakes and all the, you know, MSM powder. But, like, it's like 4 pills. You take it with your meal. I've been taking it like a religion for 6 months. Like, I have not missed one day.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Yeah.
So you need to go check out.
Stay tuned for progress photos.
Yeah, Nutrafol. And I literally, it's so good that I was like, well, maybe in like a year or two I won't have extensions, but I probably will because it's part of my life.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we're extra.
My hair is like psychopath growing in, and I'm just like,
yeah, we'll definitely share with you guys
the progress. Yeah, and I feel like also it's something that like it's really hard if you think about it. Which thank God you have a beautiful head of hair.
Yeah.
But as you get older with hormone changes, and like when my tubes were taken out, like I started balding.
And unfortunately,
like a lot of women have alopecia. Like
yeah,
and that's so hard.
And unfortunately,
thinking about like
with hair too, like. There's a lot of people that have transformed their head of hair
with like food, you mean, and like diet and all that.
But a lot of it is like if you either were born with good hair or you weren't. So a lot of people, you have to work extra hard to like have luscious, thick hair. And it's honestly like not in the cards for everyone. Like your texture is your texture. So anything you can do to like just keep your hair. That's why it's so important to, if you are getting your hair done, to like make sure it's with someone that like you can
like
trust.
Not doing CVS and like I sent her these hair videos on TikTok and like it's psychopath, like their hair's like clipping, falling out.
The worst. Yeah. Well, anyway. I feel like that was a very successful sister shit. I hope you guys enjoyed it all in one place. I feel like I opened the episode up with, I used to like love watching favorites videos. So I love being able to like share what we're doing in our life and what we're watching and, you know, all that. I mean, I think it's fun, and we want to build this community and this space with you guys and know what you're doing too. And if you guys have show recommendations or book recommendations, or
let us know
weird hacks and things, like leave them down below because we will try anything once.
Of course.
So,
and you'll see in the description we will link all the things we're talking about. I don't have a Nutrafol link. I can try to get one, like a discount or something, but definitely South Florida people, go check out the Collagen Project. If you haven't watched the Mormon show, you need to go watch that. It's binge worthy, and we're just so glad you're here. And this is going to be a monthly thing where we do a full episode on what we're just loving, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week.
We love you guys so much. Bye.
Also, welcome to my bed.